Okay, and welcome to episode 7 of this Terminator build. So let's, with this issue, I've also received this ring binder. It's got a nice picture on front. The Terminator built the T800 on the spine. So that's for putting these jobbies in. As you can see, we've got these funny shaped staples that are basically so that these will hook into there. But for the minute, let's have a look at what we've got this week, or this issue, episode, whatever it is. Stop talking and get opening the plastic prison. So we got more shoulder type parts. Weird bracket jobber. Another weird bracket jobber that looks like it somehow connects to the other weird bracket jobber. That's a technical term, I'm sure. Weird bracket jobber. Whatever the heck that is. And then a little black bit. So let's get my Terminator tub opened. Oh god. And smash all the bits from chucking them out. So that's my arm. Use one at spare screws to temporarily connect this to the front plate, just so that I can, it's a bit easier to hold as I go. Ha 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 ha. You are terminated. And I think at the end of this episode I'm going to have to upgrade this tub somehow. So let's get them bits to one side for a moment. I've got a page that I don't want to open. Yeah, so we've got those little baggier screws that are all the same size, which is good, because then I don't have the confusion of having to work out which size screw goes where. And let's have a look. So slide my Terminator tub over to one side in my non-existent amount of space that I'm working in. Looks like we're going to need some glue for whatever this black bit is. That I think it's to create a ratchet joint of some kind for the upper arm. So looks like that's going to go into there, and then clip onto, go, and then clip onto there. So let's get some glue on that and get it stuck into place. And of course the glue has stuck its own lid shut. Pain in the bum. Right, let's get this one up, go. Tiny amount in there. And let's smoosh it around a bit with the cocktail stick. Get it stuck into place like so. Right. Whilst that's having a drying job, let's have a look forward through the instructions a little bit. And we can get these two parts attached together from the looks of it. So that clipped on like so. And that to me looks like it's the lower hinge for down here. Yeah, it looks like it's the elbow joint to me. So let's get this little get those two screws in there like so. Lovely jubbly. That's one. Oh God. This is working a lot better now I've got a decent screwdriver. This is two. And then it's showing, oh come on, turn. Two more screws to attach this to back end of there. So fasten that one into place. Fasten the other one into place. Like that. Right, so that's those parts can go back in Terminator tub, and we got spare screw again, so that can go in Terminator tub, and then we got this that fixes onto that. And which one of these? One of that sealed itself shut. Oh man, that buggered my day. There we go. Right, let's get some globbity dobbity doo. I'm just doing a bit of glue. So that as it smooshes in, it'll dribble into the internal cavity rather than out of the sides with a bit of luck. Rightio. Let's put that to one side for a moment, and then we're into an article about the Matrix movie, which you may or may not know was actually inspired by Ghost in a Shell, but then they also had the element where it's, you know, those squiddy thingies were, I think design was sort of halfway between Terminator and oh crap, is that stuck down properly? I don't think it is. I think I might need to put some more glue in there. Yeah, squiddy thingies. Basically taking their inspiration from what if Terminators were based on some kind of animal life form, and the film franchise as a whole started off with, you know, someone had seen the original Ghost in a Shell animation and decided to convert it, you know, into live action type stuff. So as you're watching the Matrix movie, we have those spikes that they put into the back of the head so that they can enter Matrix. In the Ghost in Shell movie, they had basically the same concept, except instead of being, you know, a big whopping spike that probably makes its way all the way to the centre of the brain, it were sort of like the, you know, the audio cable jobby like you'd have for your headphones. They had, I think it were 4 of those that were attaching into the spinal column just below at the base of the skull, which allowed them to connect into internet. But yeah, I think I may watch way too many movies to have this amount of trivia stuffed in my head. So that's pretty much the shoulder joint sorted out. Let's print so that it's facing right way round. So I'm going to leave that there to dry for a bit. And let's put this to one side. And in episode 8 we have this one that looks to be some more hand parts. Yeah, we've got the back of the hand and possibly another finger. So instead of giving you the middle finger, we can give you the poking the eyes. He's not a full Terminator, so he doesn't have a gun, but he can come up and poke you in the eyes. So yeah, I think we're pretty much done for this episode. Next one, some eye-poking hand fun. So bye for now.